Pagkatapos nun, ano tayo, yung feeding mo. Bali, dito po na area yung sardines run area.
Dito siya.
Maraming
Wow.
mga turtle. Kaya dito yung mga scuba kadalasan.
Lahat. Pati free diving dito din.
Tsaka island hopping din.
Wow. Yes po. Morning.
Boy, recover, breathe, breathe, breathe. Okay, sign. Sam, okay?
I'm okay.
Okay, very good. Recover, breathe, breathe, breathe. Okay, side. Sam, okay? Okay, very good.
them, okay? Okay, very good. That's a strong dive.
Yeah, I want to use my
Sign?
Okay.
Okay, very good. O, di ba? Abot mo yung yellow ball. Lakas ah. Woohoo!
Thank you for coming, ma'am.
Welcome. Thank you din.
Ma'am, okay na po pala ma'am, wala nang balance. All good na.
Okay na po.
Ah, pala.
Leave no trace behind. Always bring your garbage with you. Do not disturb the natural environment.
Taking Badian. This is Badian Canyoneering Adventure, a 3 to 4 hour activity.
From here, it will take 45 minutes to walk going to the first jump, but it will only take 5 minutes if you would ride on our zipline adventure.
Ito, lagyan sila lalim.
Okay. Ready? One. Saan? Doon? Opo.
Dito?
Saan po?
Opo.
Wait lang. Nakaharap ako.
Biglayin mo ma'am. Okay.
Kaya ko to?
Kaya mo yan ma'am.
1,
2, 3. Seven meters.
7 meters.
Ay, kanang video mo, hawakan mo.
Bakit to?
Naka-record na yan, ma'am.
Okay.
7 meters
Woo!
ba ma'am?
7 meters.
Opo. Ito yung mata. Sabi na ako ma'am kapag malapit na.
Ha?
Sabi na ako kapag malapit na.
Okay. Ah! Whee! 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 Tatalon dyan!
Falls, laglag sa falls.
Lalaglag mo ako sa falls? Wala ka dyan. Wala ka dyan.
Ano, really? Tigitin mo na. Okay, 1, 2, okay, okay na. Okay, ready? 1, 2. Okay, tingin. 1, 2, 3, go. Ready, 2, 3. Okay, ready, 1, 2, 3. Good.
Oops.
Hi guys, welcome to my vlog.
Wash out, wash out, wash out guys.
Watch Jimmy Butler.
This is Jimmy Butler.
Thank you. See you. Bye.
siya, oh, it's okay, 400, 450. Gayad, ugkuan, lumpis. Ah! Bahala, uling diha.
Okay, niring igapon, mahutdo guys.
Okay. Thank you po. Thank you.
Welcome aboard Cebu Pacific. May your first moments happen when you are ready to depart for